But you need your minister to do this. The preaching of Jesus Christ according to the revelation of the mystery, which was kept secret since the world began, but now is made manifest. That is the issue. You need your preacher to preach this message. Warn every man. And by the way, preaching. Let me put this up there. According to Colossians chapter 1, Paul says that preaching is this. It's a warning. Isn't that interesting that the first thing to a preacher, he must warn, and then number 2, teach. Colossians chapter 1. So what is my job? When I'm preaching Jesus Christ according to Revelation mystery, what would I be warning people about with this message?
The wrath.
Well, not... Well, I would warn... You're right, Mother. No, you're right. I'm thinking about believers. I would teach the wrath of God to lost people to get them saved, like Paul did, have them shaking in their boots, right? Thank you, you're right. But and let me qualify. When Paul says to establish you, he's talking to believers. So pretend like we're just only talking to believers. What would a true Pauline grace minister, when he's preaching, a preacher, he's first to warn? What would I be warning believers about?
Loss of rewards.
Loss of reward, yeah. Or rewards. You can say rewards because there's a reward and the. You're right. Loss of reward. You got it.
Don't let it get spoiled. Right?
Yep, spoil. All these things. And there's loss of reward because you can be spoiled. Colossians 2. You could be beguiled. There's all these warning passages. So the first job of a preacher is to warn believers.
Your mind could be corrupted.
Corrupted. There's all these different terms Paul used. Thank you, Ryan. If anybody else, if you or anybody else. But 2 Corinthians 11. So your mind should be. I fear as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety that your minds could be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Christ. Spoiled, beguiled, and we could come up.
2 Timothy 4 as well, right? It talks about men's minds have been corrupted.
Corrupted. Mm-hmm. I think Titus as well. You can be shipwrecked, right?
Mm-hmm. Shipwrecked.
All types of things. So all these warning, and ultimately what Dorothy is saying, all these things will lead to loss of reward. And Jim, you actually said this issue of fear and trembling.
Same thing, right?
That's the motivation. The terror of the Lord's avenger. Like all these things is to avoid loss of reward. Warning and then teaching. Then you teach them how to receive their full reward. You teach them
the walk.
The walk. Yeah, that's all about sanctification. How to walk by faith, right?
Right.
The walk of faith. There you go. So your preacher should do these things. He should be preaching Jesus Christ according to Revelation of mystery. You don't know. I tell saints, and I just know particularly in particular, I deal with, over the course of time, 50, 60 people at a time almost. I tell, with the information age and with YouTube and with technology, it's good and bad. They could watch this. But I also warn them, especially ones who are new to the message, because they'll send me, and I'm not talking about anybody in particular, because I got many people. If you think it's you, it's not you, because I got a lot of people. But they send me videos and articles, and I don't listen and read all that. I don't put that. Paul says don't put that stuff in there. But I warn them, I said, here, just be simple about it. If that article or that video is a man not preaching the mystery, Paul's uniqueness, don't listen to it. Don't look at that stuff, especially if you're new. Now, if you're edified and you can kind of separate the meat from the bones, that's fine. I can do that. I just don't like to put all that. I don't care if you're not writing the Bible. I care what you guys do. I don't care. But the fact is, if you can separate the meat from the bones, that's one thing. But most new saints can't do that. They can be corrupted, spoiled, beguiled. But this is what the man's supposed to do. He's to be preaching Jesus Christ according to Revelation of mystery, warning you about the corruption of those who don't continue in the mystery, and teaching you how to walk by faith in this mystery, by the faith of Christ. Your faith, your walk, resting in the faith of Jesus Christ. Walk of faith of Christ. Okay? So that's my job, to warn and to teach. All right.